Good morning, landlords of Bedford. Just wanted to catch up with you today about some changes to legislation that are imminent. We're just under 2 weeks away from the electrical safety regulations coming into force. And what will that mean for you as a landlord? Well, all new tenancies, including company lets, and all renewals will have to have a 5-year electrical inspection condition report. Now, this needs to be carried out by a qualified electrician. Now, you might think, well, all electricians need to be qualified, but that's not necessarily the case. Electricians will need to be able to be competent to carry out electrical safety checks. Now, if you're not sure about your electrician or where to find this information out, I've added a web address on this post, so you should be able to check that for yourself. But if you do have any queries or you're not sure, please do get in touch. Now, once they've carried out the report and it's satisfactory, that's fine, it's valid for 5 years, so you don't need to worry about it again for another 5 years. However, if it's unsatisfactory, as a landlord you will have 28 days to rectify any remedial works required. So you've got the unsatisfactory report and you've got the 28-day window to resolve it. However, bear it in mind that if you do have any C1s, these are dangerous, so you should resolve the matter as soon as possible. If the property is vacant, we would suggest that you do not, under any circumstance, move anybody into that property until you've resolved the matter. If there is a tenant, you have to get the matter resolved as quickly as possible. And if there is a delay for any reason whatsoever, please, I urge you to keep a clear audit trail. Make sure you keep a record of every conversation, email, etc., because what you don't want to do is find further down the line that there's a problem and you cannot justify why it took you a certain length of time to resolve it. You will also be required to give that certificate to your tenant, and also, if it's unsatisfactory, provide it to the local housing authority. Now, we're making investigations at the moment with Bedford Borough Council to find out exactly where that needs to go, because under GDPR regulations you can't just send it to a generic email account, and once we have that information we're more than happy to share that to you. Now, you must be aware that if you fail to do this and fail to comply, the local housing authority can issue a remedial notice. They can also instruct the works themselves, and worst case scenario they could fine you up to £30,000. So clearly these are things that need to be considered. Now, bear it in mind that possibly you may not have to do this right away, but remember, with over 7,000 rental properties in Bedford, there's going to be a bit of a queue if you don't get your finger out. So I would suggest check your paperwork, and if you're not sure, get in touch and we can help you with that. Our number again is 01234 290 685. What you don't want to do is leave it till the last minute and then find out that there are not enough electricians to deal with this matter. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll be in touch again soon.